everyone, I'm Maddie with Anime Fire, and we are talking to voice actor Adam McArthur. How are you
What's
today?
up? I'm good. How are
Woo!
you?
I'm doing fantastic, and it's even better of a day now that I get to talk with you.
Yay, same.
Yeah. So, where was there an aha moment for you when you wanted to become a voice actor?
Not really. I think I've just always wanted to be an actor since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up on like Home Alone, Three Ninjas, like all the shows that had like the kids doing really fun things, and I think for some reason I saw that and was like, yeah, I want to do that. So yeah, so there really was no aha moment. It's just one of those things that I've literally always wanted to do.
Yeah, that's cool. So did you originally want to do just like you were pretty open with acting in general, or was it kind of like was there a journey to getting into voice acting?
I mean, I was always kind of wanting to do all aspects of it, and a lot of my beginning years acting professionally, I was doing lots of stuff, like not just voiceover. But the acting school that I found and was taking classes at in San Francisco, where I grew up,
Mhm.
um, they had like an in with some of the VO agencies around the city. Well, they had an in with all the agencies around the city, but specifically like the voiceover agents would come to them looking for kids who could do certain things. And so I got some auditions, and my first paid professional gig as an actor was a voiceover job. So, and then I just never stopped because, I mean, why would I? It's too fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. That is so fun.
Yeah.
So with voice acting, you are Yuji Itadori in the beloved Jujutsu Kaisen series.
hmm
Were you a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen before you were cast?
So I hadn't read the manga before I was cast, but there were a few episodes of the dub or of the sub that had come out before they started auditioning for the dub, and so I had seen maybe the first two. I can't remember if it was at this point. It's so long ago now.
Yes.
I can't remember if there was like maybe 3 episodes out or 2 episodes
Mhm.
or something like that. So I mean, I watched those before I even had my auditions and was like, "Okay, dang, this is cool. Like, I'm on board for this." And then the
Mhm.
auditions came through. I had a friend tell me, like, "Keep an eye out for these auditions," and then, yeah, the rest is kinda history, I guess.
Yeah, and now we have season 2 in, full speed ahead. Um, and the Shibuya arc is coming.
Upon us.
It
It
is
is upon
upon
us.
us. It is imminent in
Yes.
the next couple of weeks. Um,
Yes.
how are you feeling finally getting to like see that all animated?
Oh, I'm so hyped. I mean, I haven't seen the only thing I've seen so far, and I don't know when this will go live for everyone who's watching or going to be watching. Um, but as of right now, the only thing I've seen is the little snippet where you see Yuji, Megami, and Nobara come in, and when Gojo wakes up at the end of the hidden inventory arc. So
Mhm.
that's all I've seen animated so far. I haven't seen any of the craziness of the Shibuya arc yet.
Right.
So, but I can't wait. Very, very.
Yeah.
As an avid manga reader now, someone who's
Mhm.
completely caught up. I look at the leaks. Like who
Yes,
I,
me too.
yeah. I am very ready for what's to come. It's gonna be really exciting.
Yeah, it's there's so much happening and so much character growth for a ton of characters. Um, Now, without giving too much away, with this Shibuya arc, we're gonna see a little bit of like some dark stuff happening to Yuji, and Yuji has that very like bubbly sunshine boy personality and outlook on life. He's so positive. And as an actor, what is it like to explore kind of the darker side of this character?
It's really interesting. It's really interesting. There's a lot of parallels in my life with Yuji's life, in terms of just like I'm a pretty optimistic, happy person, but we all
Hmm.
have our stuff. We all have the things that we deal with and
Yeah.
whatnot. And I typically play good boys. Like I've just been fortunate enough that most of my career has been good boys, so I haven't had to
Hmm.
tap into that like villain side or whatever. Not that
Hmm.
he becomes a villain. I'm just saying like I haven't had to
Right.
tap into like a darker side um very often, but that's sort of the fun of it. That's the gymnastics that actors have to go through in order to call themselves actors and be actors. So it's going to be
Right.
really fun to tap into that side and let Yuji feel some really, really tough, hard things. I think, um, I mean, what I love
Yeah.
about him is he still stays his like happy boy self through all of that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, Even if he's not smiling or whatnot, but
Mhm.
you still love him because he still keeps going, you know?
Right, absolutely. And so you haven't recorded for any of this yet, like, you're just kind of waiting for the dub to okay.
Yeah,
Y yeah, I figured because it's August 31st, right, is when we get Shibuya started.
yeah.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
got
and I'm not sure, it's interesting. It'll be neat to see how they do it.
Mhm.
Because what's really awesome is season 2 so far has only been behind about 2 weeks,
Right.
which is really nice. That's really
Mhm.
actually some solid work for a simul dub-ish,
Right.
kind of scenario. So hopefully they keep it up,
Yeah.
and hopefully we're not that much further behind if they can get it closer, if we're only a week behind, or if we're releasing them at the same time, like, we are all the actors are down, like, we'll make whatever
Right.
happen because we care,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, but, this stuff takes time, translating and writing and recording and editing and sound engineering and all that stuff. People are
Right.
working their ever-loving butts off for this show, so,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, and we will eat it all up whenever it airs, like,
Yes.
it's gonna be
Can't
great.
wait.
Yeah. So now how do you think you're gonna go about preparing for these, like, darker moments that are coming?
Um You know, you can only do so much. You can only really trust the life that you've lived and your emotional availability as an actor.
Mhm.
You can only really trust in yourself. And if you are doing your research and reading your source material and things like that, which I am,
Yeah.
that's basically it. So I'm just making sure that I have an awareness of sort of the overall story where we're headed. I'm trying to make
Mhm.
sure that I have an awareness of the individual episodes. So that'll be done on like a little bit of a smaller scale, week to week. I can typically watch the sub before I'm going in to record the dub. So I'll have an
Right.
idea of like how it's translating from manga to anime. And then, yeah, just making sure the stuff that I know are going to be fan fave lines aren't getting changed.
Right.
Yeah, we're all sort of keeping our eye on stuff like that so we can make it as good as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and so do you find that reading the source material for really anything that you're in, if it has it, do you find that to, a little bit easier when you're, recording lines for characters?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
Like I said, kind of having an idea of where the story's headed, having an idea of little nuanced things you can put into a performance that lead an audience down a certain path, or you can know the author's intention of a scene, even when it's translated into an anime from a manga. I think knowing your source material is really important. I can't do it for everything. Honestly, I'm too busy to read and get caught up on everything.
Right.
But for JJK specifically, we started at the beginning, so I would be an idiot if I didn't, honor that.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a little easier to keep up when you've already started reading something, right? Like
right.
it's easier to keep up with it week to week versus starting something completely new.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to at some point do something on One Piece. I think that would be really fun, but there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to get caught up. There's just no way.
You mean you're not going to read 107 volumes of manga,
I mean, I would love to, but we're gonna need to have another pandemic where I can do nothing else but that.
Right. Yeah, that's a beast. That's a show I will admit I haven't started because it's 1,000 episodes and it's a little intimidating.
Maybe someday. Maybe I'll do it
Someday.
someday. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so going back to your mention of good boys, you are another good boy in Tokyo Revengers.
Mhm.
Um, Chifuyu, were you a fan of time travel media before joining the Tokyo Revengers cast?
I mean, I wasn't really so familiar with the fact that this was, like, a big thing in anime. I mean, I had seen Erased, but yeah, I wasn't really privy to the fact that this was, like, sort of its own genre in anime.
Mhm.
And, I mean, I wouldn't say that I was a fan or not a fan. I mean, I love the Back to the Future movies, if that counts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's a super fun element that, at least in Western media, doesn't get explored. I mean, it does get explored often, but not in a way that is similar, I feel, to what we're seeing with like a lot of the anime stories.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's cool. I think it's cool that Chifuyu. basically gets told that it's happening, and he's like, "Oh, okay, cool. So like, now
Yeah.
what?" Yeah, and he doesn't really think too much of it.
Right, and it's so different from other things, like, for myself, I'm a Doctor Who fan,
Mm,
and the whole thing is don't change the timeline, and in Link Click too, like, have you ever watched Link Click?
I have not watched Link Click.
No, that one also does time travel, and
Okay,
it's very, "Don't change the past, don't meddle where you're not supposed to meddle, we need to keep events the same," and so watching Tokyo Revengers, they're doing exactly the
there's
opposite.
yeah, they just do what they want.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
so it's so fascinating to watch that. It's very different from a lot of other
Mm,
time travel stuff. Because even Back to the Future, right? They're like, "Don't step on a butterfly or you might
right.
change." Yeah,
Everything. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
if y
no, no. Tokyo Revengers, they just want to. They're just fighting on, piles of cars and beating each other up at the age
Mhm,
of 13,
yeah,
and they don't care about anything.
yeah, 13, 14-year-olds just
Yeah.
beating the crud out of each other. Yeah, naturally, no big deal. If you could time travel, where would you go?
Hmm. Hmm.
I know, it's a big question.
Okay. Okay. Are we talking about the kind of time travel where I could meddle in things, or the kind of time travel where I can't change or mess anything up?
Ooh, why don't we do one of each?
All right. If I could do whatever I wanted, I would probably go back to like the early days of comic books and just get like first prints of everything that I love now that are just insanely unattainable.
Right.
I would totally like have some like collect. This is actually a super lame answer because I'm
No,
making
it's
it all
not.
about like getting stuff. Where I could go to like ancient Egypt, but who would want to do that either? Like
No, but
that seems cool. Actually, maybe I'll go back to here's my answer. Okay, no, for the one that I can meddle in, I'm gonna get all the stuff that I want. Okay, I'm gonna
yeah.
go back in time. I'm gonna get like the lottery numbers. I'm gonna set myself up for the future.
Yeah.
But the one where I can't meddle, I'm gonna go to ancient Egypt when they're building the pyramids, and I'm gonna see how the heck they did it, so that then I can tell us now how we did it.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I like that answer. That's really cool. But there's nothing wrong with getting stuff for yourself. I think that's really fun.
I need to calm down on that. No more collectibles. You can see I'm too obsessed. There's another thing over this side. There's another thing on this side, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I've got my pins all back here, and that's not even like half of them. So I get it. It's fine.
that's amazing.
It's fine. It works. It's all good. Um, so you are fairly new to the Bungo Stray Dogs cast as well
Mhm.
as of this year. You voice Jodo, one of our hunting dogs. Do you think that is a series where you'll go back and maybe like watch the rest or read it to kind of see where it's going to go?
Hmm. Honestly, I don't know. That's a good question. I should do that. Here's what I will tell you, would be the reason I go back and watch it is the fans of this show. The
Mhm.
fans of this show are diehard fans, and a lot of people really love it, and I really like that. I can appreciate that.
Mhm.
Um, so at some point, if I get time to sit down and watch, like 3.5, 4 seasons of a show,
Mhm.
I can see myself doing that. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fun to be able to have context and talk to the fans about why they love something and understand it on that level. I do it with
Mhm.
JJK, and I think it would be really fun to do it with Bungo as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the this latest season, I just got to record a really fun episode with Jono that should be coming in the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. As
Mm-hmm.
someone who's caught up on the manga, I know
Mm,
exactly what's coming. So,
mm-hmm.
yeah, the Jono is a really incredible character.
Mm-hmm.
I adore him. I love his relationship with the other hunting dogs, how he just kind of thinks Techo is an idiot. Like he's
Yeah, it's so fun. He's my spiciest boy. He's
yeah.
my spiciest character, and I love
Yes,
it.
yes, I was gonna say he doesn't quite fit that like sunshine. Not to say that he's a, like you said, he's not a villain. Like
No, he's
he
not a
fully
villain.
believes that he's doing the right thing. But yeah, he's definitely spicy for
Yeah,
sure.
when I first booked the role, they said, "Oh, you're gonna be a villain." Excuse me. You're gonna be a villain that's recurring in season 5 or season 4 and 5. And I said, "Okay, sweet, a villain. Oh, that's crazy." And then
Yeah.
when I started getting into it, I was like, "He's not really a villain. I mean, most villains think that what they're doing is right, but even him, it's not like he's doing anything like super bad, you know?
Right, right. He's following orders. He's part of the military. Like he is
Hmm.
doing what he believes is right. And then he
Yeah.
realizes some things. If you're not caught up, I won't spoil. He realizes some things and kind of changes the way he
Hmm.
thinks. So,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah. No, it's
it's
awesome.
yeah, it's great. Uh
I'm
do you
excited for everybody to see these next few episodes too. It's gonna be good.
yeah, it's gonna be really incredible, and I know personally that when you were cast as Jono, when I heard your voice, I did squeal a little bit because because you know, like you said, your characters are mostly the sunshine, happy, you know, good boys, and then I heard
Yeah.
Jono, and I was like, "Oh my gosh," I was like, "Yuji's arresting Gojo." I was like, "This
Yeah,
is
totally. I know.
like."
When I went in for my first session, I was like, "You're kidding me. I get to arrest KG? Perfect. Sign me up. Count me in."
Yes. That's so fun. So how is it like working with kind of like recurring like colleagues like that?
Oh, it's the best. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all, especially the JJK cast, we're also like close, and
Mhm.
we travel together often for conventions and we see each other all the time. We're all KG got us all into Magic the Gathering, so we all get together probably once a week and play Magic and stuff.
Mhm.
So
That's so fun.
uh no, it's really cool. I mean, it's you get to work with your friends, and I think that's really cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is really cool. Do you think that Jono would get along with any of your other characters?
Hmm. I feel like he would still be like, you guys are just that seems like a really dumb idea, you know? Like
Yeah,
I
like a
think I think he would appreciate Yuji's um ability, like, kind of like natural athleticism and whatnot.
mhm.
I think Jonah would appreciate those attributes of Yuji, but I think he would still, head in his hand, shaking
Yeah,
his head at a
constant
lot of things that he would say.
yeah, a constant tension headache just the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
agreed. Agreed. Uh,
yeah.
are you keeping up with any other anime or manga other than Jujutsu Kaisen?
Gosh, right now, what have I been watching? I have not been watching. Hold on. I feel like there was something I just finished. It's kind of like in one ear and out the other these days, or like in
I
one eye, I guess, since I'm
mhm,
watching
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I get that, I get that.
Um, no, there's
No,
not been really
not
anything.
much.
There's been a lot of stuff. I mean, when Chainsaw Man came out, I was watching Chainsaw Man.
Mhm,
But a lot of stuff has just sort of like come and gone. I have not given Hell's Paradise a chance yet. I want to watch
mhm.
that.
Yes, you should.
Um, I know Link Click is another one that people are saying is good, and that one is season 2. Are we in
Yep.
season 2?
Yeah, season 2, they debuted season 2 at Anime Expo.
Okay.
And so it's ongoing right now, yeah.
Actually, you know what I think my next one will be, and it's because I really like that the guy is sort of happy and oblivious to the whole crazy situation that's surrounding him, is Zom 100.
Yes, I need to start that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that'll be sort of my next little anime
Yes, and
endeavor. Yeah.
yes, and Zeno Robinson, like,
He's
is
a man.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yes, that will be really fun. I need to put that one on my list too, for sure. I'm not a huge zombie fan, but I think anime zombies is a little different than, like, The Walking Dead zombies,
Yeah.
so I think it should be okay.
Yeah, it also gave me, this could totally be unrelated, and it's just because I loved this show, but it gave me Last Man on Earth vibes a little bit. Do you remember
Mhm.
that show with,
Yeah.
yeah, on Fox? That was such a fun show, and it
Mhm.
just craziness is happening around you, but you have this, like, quirky character and quirky thing going on.
Yeah.
I'm into
Yeah.
that genre. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely, that will be super fun. Yes, write it down. We'll remember to
Yeah,
watch it.
Zom 100. Yeah, write
Yes,
it
Psalm
down.
100. Now, before we yeah, before we wrap this up,
Mhm.
I wanted to play a little game with you, if that's
Okay.
okay.
I love games.
I'm gonna give you 3 titles, and
Okay.
you have to tell me if it's an isekai
Okay.
or a 2000s emo song.
Okay.
You
Okay.
ready?
So there's
Okay.
3 in a row?
Yeah, 3 in a row. So I'll start
Okay.
well, I'll do 1 at a time, and then you can tell me as
Yeah.
we go. Alright.
Okay.
So the first one is Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody.
That's an emo song.
It's actually a 2018 isekai.
Dang it!
Yeah, about a programmer getting sucked into his game. I
I mean,
know, it's
I thought it was too obvious. I thought it was too obvious.
I know,
Okay.
I thought the same thing
Dang
when
it.
I was yeah, when I was looking up titles, like, there's no way this isn't a song. Like, this sounds
Yeah.
like something that would be so, like, epic, like My
Epic.
Chemical
Yeah.
Romance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
dang it.
Alright,
All right.
that's okay. Number 2, reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon.
Oh, that's an isekai.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
it sure
Yeah.
is. A very silly one.
hmm That means okay. Go ahead. I've already got my answer ready for the third one.
The 3rd one. Alright, the final one is sophomore slump or comeback of the year.
Oh yeah, that's an emo song.
It is, yep, it's a Fall Out Boy song.
Yeah, Fallout Boy.
Yes, yes, I feel like a lot of these titles could definitely go either way, like,
Either way, for sure.
it's wild.
Yeah, I love it. Dang it, 2 out of
Yay!
3. I needed 3 out of 3. I hope everyone else that you talk to doesn't do as good as me.
Oh, I won't tell you how Anne did then.
Shoot! Did she get all 3? She got all 3.
She did get
Of
all
course she
3.
did. She knows her isekai, I know that. Dang
Yes.
you, Anyatko!
Ah! That's okay. That's okay, d you'll still win a prize, it's okay.
Okay, good.
I don't know what you'll win yet, but,
I love
you'll
prizes.
win
Maybe a
something.
boba.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say I'll come find you during the week and we'll go get some boba.
Yeah, now
You
I owe
owe
you
me.
one and you owe
I
me
was
one.
gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So we'll have to figure out a plan.
yeah, cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Adam, for taking the
Of
time to chat
course.
with me.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. All right. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.